Welcome back. It's Aditya here, and you're watching T3's third episode, the EV Hustle. Well, EV stands for electric vehicle, and in this video, we're going to talk about the past, present, and future of electric vehicles. So rest assured, you're going to be amazed after knowing what's happening in this tech space. So let's start talking tech. To define one first, it is propelled by one or more electric motors using stored energy from rechargeable batteries. So when do you think this journey began? This journey to bring a practical solution to an all-electric vehicle? Well, to my surprise and to most of you people's surprise, this happened in the 1880s. Yes, 140 years ago, electric cars were in production.
In 1884, Thomas Parker built the first practical production electric car in London, over 20 years before the legendary Ford Model T. The electric vehicles, or EVs, became a preferred commute in the late 19th century and early 20th century. And by the end of the 19th century, we had around 30,000 EVs in stock. And unlike fuel-powered vehicles, the electric ones were less noisy and did not require gear changes. But in the first decade of 20th century, advances in petrol-powered engines or internal combustion engines lessened the relative advantages of the electric car. Their much quicker refueling times and cheaper production costs made them popular. The decisive moment came in 1912 when introduction of electric starter motor, one we use in cars till date, replaced hand cranking, an often laborious way of starting a car.
There we go.
And even though electric cars kept creating land speed records over the period, they just could not stop petrol-powered cars from becoming mainstream. In the early 1990s, California Air Resources Board began a push for more fuel-efficient, lower emissions vehicles, with the ultimate goal being a move to zero emissions vehicles such as EVs. In response, Ford, GM, Honda, Toyota, etc. developed their respective EVs. But it took California electric automaker Tesla Motors to take EV segment by storm. Their Roadster was the first highway legal serial production all-electric car to use lithium-ion battery cells, and also the first to travel more than 320 kilometers or 200 miles per charge. Believe it or not, this car literally forced all the major car companies to build more likable, practical, and serious EV options, where the Model S and Model 3 by Tesla have literally become benchmarks to follow. Tesla delivered its 100,000th Model 3 in October 2018 after successful Model S sales and announcements related to Tesla's semi-truck in 2017. With most major cities under the blanket of polluted air in 21st century, the all-electric cars provided the much-needed environmental solution. And as expected, many countries have set goals to ban the sales of petrol-diesel-powered vehicles in the future, where China, India, and Germany have set the target as 2030 for the ban. Similarly, more cities around the world have begun transitioning public transportation towards electric vehicles than previously was the case. And leading the pack is China, having the highest EV sales in 2018, whereas Norway is leading with 55 EVs per 1,000 people, with 1 out of 3 vehicles sold in 2018 being a zero-emission vehicle. Well, the future? It seems bright for EVs, where a large part of millennials, that is the current generation, might just have an EV as their first car, and Tesla might just rule the roost here.
So this brings us to the end of T3's third episode, the EV Hustle. I hope you all liked it and that it helped you know more and better about EVs, something that we're going to see more and more in our coming future. And if you really did, then you know the rituals. Hit the like button, subscribe, which is a must, and share to as many people as you can so that they can also know more and better about EVs. We'll see each other soon. Until then, keep thinking tech, keep thinking T3. Cheers.